Hi guys, it's Grant here and welcome to this video all about expanding my Etsy shop range of products. Today we're going to be talking about pin badges in particular. But before we start, and as always, please subscribe to my channel, click the bell notification icon, and I'd love to hear your comments, thoughts and feedback down below. I will try to reply to as many as I can. But that's enough from me, let's get on with this video. So I run an Etsy shop called rudecards.com, which is an offensive range of greeting cards and gifts. At the moment, it's not going too badly. Lots of views, but not many sales. I think we're up to about 15 or 20, so it is in the early days, but it's only been a month. But I do want to expand the product range. I want to make more profit out of the products that I've got. Also as well, I want to offer something for everyone. At the moment, it's just really greeting cards, and I thought pin badges was a great way to go. Looking at the market, it's about 145,000 listings for pin badges all over the world on Etsy. In the UK, which is where I'm from, there's about 35,000. So for me, what that means is there's clearly a product there for people to have. There's a market there, but it does mean there's a lot of searches or there's a lot of listings, and therefore competition could be quite high. However, good profit margins. So I just want to walk you through what I've bought, how I'm doing the badges, and just really a step-by-step tutorial, and also work out some of the costings as well, so you know what the sort of profits are on these. Anyway, let's get straight on with that. So guys, this is the kit that I bought from eBadges. What we've got in the kit here is the pin badge backs, which are pre-pinned just to save some time there. We've also got the fronts, which is the little plastic acrylic fronts. There's the cutting board, the cutting guide, the fronts, or whatever you want to call them. There's a template there to work out what sizes. Oh, wrong way around, that way. The sizes of the badges that we're using, and also the badge maker, the beast itself. I've opted for 58mm badges, which means they're of a decent size, not too small, not too big, but also as well, a lot of the badges I've seen on Etsy are the smaller 32 or 30 something mil. I just thought making it a slightly bigger badge will differentiate between everything. This whole kit here costs me £98 plus VAT. That's about £120, which is about $150, $145. I will put a link down below to the product and to where I purchased it from, so if anyone's interested, they can purchase this. What we've got here is everything you need to make 100 badges. So that's quite a lot of badges. As you see, I've opened some of the packets already, but I'll do before 100 badges. You can always go back to that shop, eBadges, I think it's e-badges.net, and you can buy more of each of the components here. So you buy more of the bases or the backs, the fronts, and more of the acrylic or plastic fronts. Anyway, before we start, let's just go through and run some of the numbers. In terms of costings, I guess everyone's got their own entry-level ceiling about how much they want to spend to enter into a new product or new market. This, for me, is fairly low-level entry. You're looking at about £120 for the items that you've just seen, and that will make you 100 badges. The cost per badge works out, even at only buying 100 at a time, in terms of the components, it's about 29 pence. If you add in postage, 67 pence, a board-backed envelope, a leaflet, you're probably looking at around about £1.10. In terms of selling price, looking at Etsy, doing my research, in the UK, they're selling for about £3 total, £3, £3.50. That can either be £3, £3.50 free postage or free shipping, or it's a combined of £1.75 plus £1.25 postage, which a lot of them do seem to be doing. But total, it's about £3. So you're looking at about a £1.50, anything up to £2 profit margin. Obviously, if you're buying in bigger numbers, you're buying a 200 of these components, even bigger profit margin. Or if you want to send them second class, there's more money to be made there. But without further ado, let's get on with the tutorial and see exactly how we're making these badges. Firstly guys, apologies for any shaking. I'm not using a tripod for this, I'm just using freestyle, so it might shake a little bit, but I'll try to keep it to a minimum. So I bought this from eBadges, which I thought was eBadges.net, but it's actually eBadges.co.uk. That's where you can get the machines and all the components. This is the cutting guide to tell you exactly what size you can offer. And they do badges, machines, and the cutting discs or cylinders for all these different badge sizes, but I'm going with the 58mm. So once you've chosen all your components and you've got your right template out, I've then made a design, which I've got here, which I just printed on a standard inkjet printer. I am going to upgrade to a laser, but it's more cost, more money, and at the moment I don't want to be shelling out any more pennies. So that's just a simple board, white font on black lettering, or on a black background, should I say. So part of the components you get is a cutting board, which is this little thing here, which is essentially just a piece of Perspex. So then we take the Perspex back, not to ruin your lovely wooden table, and the design. We then take this, which is your cutting guide. So it's razor sharp at the bottom, and all it does is it punches through the bottom and then cuts through. So if we take the design, place the cutting guide over the top, and then all we need to do is just push down and slide. As you can see, I'm actually doing this with one hand, so you don't need much pressure at all. It's not coming out perfectly. Doesn't really matter at the moment, just for demonstration purposes. So you'll see it's gone over slightly. That doesn't matter because it gets wrapped around the edges. If I had more time with using two hands, I'd probably do a little bit better job of it. So now what we do is we take your design and we've got to put it in the machine. So let's move over to the machine. So now we have the machine. We have all the components. We've got the machine, we've got our design, very roughly cut. We've got the plastic front, the back pin badge, which is the zigzag pin. And I've also got the front on there as well, which I've got no nails, so I can't really pick it up. So you'll get the machine like this, and there'll be two sides to it, essentially the front and the back, as I like to call it. I'm sure there's a much more appropriate name for it. But if you look here, you'll see one's got the inner ring, which is the second phase of it. And then this is the first phase. It's got a much straighter top. So all you do with this is you put in the silver front, and it fits nicely into that groove. You then put your design on top, doesn't really matter, it will sort of sit and fit in there nicely. And the wee piece of plastic, which you probably won't see very well on camera. So it's three parts there. So it's the front of the badge, your design, piece of plastic. We then place the ring back on, so you better see it like that, which essentially gives you almost a mock-up of how it's going to look. And then you place this on top. Now, does it matter which way you put it? It absolutely does. So how you should put it on is like that, so that it looks like a top hat. So the two ways are either that way, which is absolutely wrong. And in fact, you'll probably notice that because it's difficult to get out. Or this way, so it looks like a top hat. So you'll see it's much clearer. Then you move the machine around this way, so it's underneath the pressure, and then simply apply firm but even pressure. So don't just wham straight down. So we're not just going to do it really hard, we're just going to do nice, even but hard pressure. And you'll feel it almost click into place. If you want to, you can do it again, just to make sure it's firmly in place. Then we switch it round, or to the side, and we take out both cylinders, and the badge should be in the middle there, which it is. You can see what's happened there is the design and the plastic has gone around the edge. Then we're going back to the machine. We're taking the back or the pin part, and you must remember that the actual pin section goes face down. So this is the part that you're actually going to attach the pin onto the person or to the garment, and that goes face down. So face down. We then take our design, which is already still in the ring, should I say, not already, still in the ring. There. And then we take our little top hat from a minute ago, but this time we switch it round and place it that way.
So again, almost like a top hat, but it actually looks like a sink plug almost. What you're doing is instead of going that way, you're turning it this way. And that will apply the pressure down and it'll fasten it all together. So if we come back, spin this round, again, same process, apply even but firm pressure. And you'll see it really there come together. So I'm just going to do that again, just to make 100% certain it's in. Take it out, spin it round, and then fingers crossed, if we've done it right, we should have one perfect pin badge. So if we look at it there, you can see my ugly mug in the reflection, but you'll see there it is there. So the pin badge with the pin, and if we flip it over, there is one perfect pin badge. So now we have our perfect pin badge. A couple of things that I've noticed that are quite important to remember. You've got to try and align the design with the pin. So on here we've got the word board, like that. If we flip it round, you will see the pin is slightly wonky. So it should be more like that. So just to bear in mind, and I've found this lots of times and I haven't perfected it yet, I've only had this a couple of weeks, is making sure that the design is horizontally aligned with the back of the pin. Just so when someone puts it on them, it doesn't look like that, or like that, or even worse, upside down. Now, how I finished mine off is I've just ordered a rudecards.com printed leaflet, which costs, I ordered 200 of these, so not a huge amount. I think it cost me £20. It's about 10 pence per item. My maths isn't great, but I'm sure that's 10 pence. So the idea is that I'm actually going to clip that onto that and then put that in a board backed envelope and send it to the Etsy purchaser. It just finishes it off nicely. It looks more professional. And also as well, I've got my Facebook, Twitter and Instagram down below. So just because there's a little bit of promotion there. And as I said, it looks nice and neat. And also wearing with pride. And I've asked people to snap, post, tag and share. Again, get as much promotion as you can on everything that you do. This doesn't weigh hardly anything, so it's not going to cost any more in postage. So that's the thing there. Thank you for watching the video. As always, please share, subscribe, like, comment, and bell notification icons so you know when my next video is coming up. My next one, I'm going to focus more about the Etsy listings, I think, on the next one. So SEO, my titles, descriptions, and also looking about seasonality. So we've got Valentine's coming up. So how do you prepare for Valentine's Day? Peaks in traffic. Do I change, or I am going to change, my descriptions and titles to account for different seasons? So that'd be a very interesting one to watch. And I'll see you through in the next video. Thank you very much.